We start today's episode on a somber note, and unfortunately, we have experienced our first defeat of 2030. It happened on the 24th of March, nearly 3 months after the start of the calendar year. We lost 1-0 to Celtic. Could you all just have a moment's silence, just to remember the chance of an unbeaten 2030. Yes, hello, welcome in to 11am Sports, here for the Killie boys on Football Manager 21. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button for more daily Football Manager content. And if you missed the last episode, go and have a look at it. We played against Schalke in the second knockout round of the Europa League. Since we last met, as you can see on the screen, we've played two games. One was the 1-0 loss to Celtic, which was our only loss this calendar year, and the boys weren't particularly happy. So after that, they went out and beat Dundee 7-0. Boba with a hat-trick, Lambert with 2, and Alfredo with 2 as well. I think they kind of got their anger out after that. Dundee went down to 10 men early on and then 9 men into the second half. But we actually played better against 11 and 10 than we did against 9. So yes, I hope that 7-0 victory gets us back on winning ways after our loss to Celtic. Today we will play the first leg of the quarter-finals of our Europa League tie up against AC Milan. I know AC Milan playing at Rugby Park here. And then we'll play our Scottish Cup semi-final against Airdrie. I know that's maybe not a team you'd imagine we'd be playing. They've just been promoted from League One up to the Championship. 6th in the Championship currently, but they are in the semi-finals of the Scottish Cup. And the other one is Celtic against Hibs. So certainly the easiest tie we could have had in that game against Airdrie. Also, the draw for the Championship group of the split here for the Premiership has been done as well. So we play Rangers, Hearts, Motherwell, Celtic, and then Hibs to finish the season. So I think, because this could be quite an exciting run-in, we'll show you all these games over a series of different episodes to see we're 4 points behind Rangers just now. We've basically guaranteed second, which is actually a Champions League group stage place because of the coefficient of our league at the moment, which is very exciting indeed. So first or second gets in the group stage of the Champions League, but we would like to win the league again. Remember, Rangers are defending champions though, so it could be difficult. We'll see what we can do. But I say every game in the run-in we will show you in the league to see if we can catch up with the Rangers. And it will start off with that game against Rangers in the next episode. That'll go alongside the Milan second leg. If we win that, we go 1 point behind them, and we have the exact same games to play, so we just have to somehow get an extra point than what they do, and we could very easily win this league. But I'm thinking well ahead of ourselves just now. Today we concentrate on the Europa League quarter-final first leg, and then the Scottish Cup semi-final. So here we go. Here is the team we're going to go with for the game against AC Milan. It's a team you're probably fairly familiar with for the second half of this season. Morrison goal, Perez and Anderson as our centre-back partnership. You can see they've got a good partnership at the moment. Sika on the right, Gareno on the left. Vlalic alongside Stacey in midfield with Jovic just in front of them. Lambert coming off the right-hand side and Ketia coming in off the left, and Alfredo up front. Players like Boba, Castellon, Hamo, Pena, Sibley, Bogdanovic on the bench as well should we need. We just have a little injury to Rodriguez, hence he's not on the bench at the moment. Aye, I fancy our chances certainly to put a good performance out here. We'd love to win this first leg, with the first leg being at home, and ideally we'd like to win it with AC Milan not scoring any goals. So AC Milan are playing a 4-2-3-1 as well, and they've come into this game in particularly good form. We play in our blue and white, they play in their red and black. And here we go for a game in the quarter-final of the Europa League at Rugby Park up against AC Milan. 25 minutes into the game, there's only been 2 shots. There's just been another couple happen there. Lambert swings this corner in. It's headed in by Anderson. I'm just saying there's nothing happening. This was the first highlight of the game. 27 minutes in. And Anderson gets up there for a very, very important headed goal. He doesn't score a lot of goals. Neither of our centre-halves really do. Really, our best scorer in terms of our centre-back was Milicevic before he left for Bournemouth. But when they do score, it's normally an important time. You know, they get in there with some important goals, and that was an important goal there. We had another chance, and AC Milan have scored a cracking free kick there. I feel as if Morris should have done better. We did have another chance that was missed by Anderson as well. By that time, Lemoyne, from about 30 yards out, Morris has got to that ball, and he's got to save it. He really does. And unfortunately, it's 1-1 here. I was just saying, you know, that Milicevic was our kind of best centre-back scoring player. And before that was Etienne, and we don't really have many centre-backs who score lots of goals. But let's hope our centre-backs can defend here, and then we can get the strikers to do the scoring fairly soon for us. Leao with it into Lemon, and he hits it, and it's wide of the goal. I was worried that was going to go in. It fizzed across the screen, and I'm thinking, this could be a goal, but thankfully it was not. What I had initially said before Anderson's goal went in was there hadn't been anything in the first 25 minutes of the game. There'd been one shot each, had been fairly boring. But that fairly excited up. That's not how you say words. It got slightly more exciting as the half went on, but still not a huge number of highlights. But it is 1-1. We'll just send the team. I know that Vlalic is currently suffering with a wee bit of an injury, but I'll give him another 10 minutes in this second half. If he doesn't do anything here, then what we'll do is we'll bring him off. As he's carrying that injury, we'll bring on George Payne for him and look further forward, see who's playing particularly badly in Ketia, and we'll bring on Boba for him. And AC Milan are coming down the right hand side here. Liplin finds Mudryk into Lemoyne in the middle, and Sergi and Mudryk drives forward. He gets the ball through to Pessina, and it's a good save from Morris. That was a good chance for AC Milan. Thankfully, we defended it fairly well. I say Pena and Boba are now on the pitch. See what they can do here for this last half an hour. I'd probably take a 1-1 draw. I wouldn't like Milan to get any more goals. I would like a 2-1 victory, though. That would be nice. But we'll see what happens for the last 10 minutes here. Looks like nothing's the answer. We'll take off Alfredo and bring on Castellon just for the last 10 minutes. And we'll demand some more from the team. See what can happen here. It's been a fairly even game looking at the statistics. It's been a fairly quiet game in terms of chances. We've not really seen any highlights. But there's one very late on here in this game. And this could turn turn the tide of this tie. Don't know what I'm trying to say. It could turn it in our favour. Castellon finds Jovic, who hits it, and he does. He puts us up 2-1 going into that second leg away at the San Siro. 94th minute of the 93. We will take that. Goodness me. Stacey finds Jovic and Boba, and Castellon, who threads it through and behind Jovic, but he turns around, hits at the front post, and we're up 2-1. I tell you, my heart was going there. I was worried Milan were going to go up 2-1, but we win that 2-1. It takes in the most slender of advantages over to Milan. It does mean, though, if Milan win 1-0 that they do go through on away goals, but they do only have that one away goal. So we know if we score, then all we have to do is, not lose by more than one, and we can get through. Looking at the other quarter-finals, Arsenal have drawn with Borussia Dortmund. Sassuolo beat Brighton 2-1. A late away goal for Brighton there could prove pivotal in that tie. Remember, we play the winner of Sassuolo or Brighton should we get through. And Wolfsburg beat Inter Milan 2-0. We've got a couple of days now until we play the Scottish Cup semi-final on this Sunday against Airdrie or Airdrieonians, depending what way they want to be called. They seem to change their name about every week, it feels. But yeah, we'll play that. It should be a fairly easy game, so maybe we'll have a slightly rotated squad for that one. And then in the next episode, we'll be back for that second leg of the Europa League quarter-final up against AC Milan. But let's try and concentrate on getting to a Scottish Cup final. We've not been in one for a while. I was just here working my way back through our Scottish Cup campaigns recently. Obviously, we're in the semi-final this year. Last year, we were knocked by Hibs in the 5th round. We got to the semi-final the year before that, where we were beaten by Hibs. The year before that, we were beaten by Rangers in the quarter-final. The year before that was our last final in 2026. That was the season that we won the league, if I remember right, 25-26 it was. That was a fairly successful season for us. And before that final, we got to the semi, losing to Celtic, the quarter, losing to Hibs, and then we're doing fairly bad. Remember, very early on, we got to a final against Rangers, but we've got to 2 finals and we've lost them both. But in recent years, the teams we've lost to are Celtic and also Hibernian. And I don't want to worry about who's in the other leg, Hibs and Celtic. So we might not win the Scottish Cup this year, but hopefully we can get to another final. Well, as you can see on the screen there, the other semi-final was played on the Saturday, and Hibs managed to beat Celtic 3-2, which means should we beat Airdrieonians, we play Hibs in the final of the Scottish Cup, which could mean we play Hibs twice, back to back, at the end of the season, because Hibs are our last league game as well. Right, so here we are with the team for the game up against Airdrie in our Scottish Cup semi-final, and it's a very, very rotated side, keeping some fresh legs for the game against AC Milan, which is actually being played on the Wednesday instead of the Thursday, because Inter Milan are playing at home on the Thursday night in the Europa League as well. So they've had to move the game to the Wednesday night, which means you get one less day preparation. So that's why I've chosen to rotate the side quite significantly. We're going to go with Francois in goal with Perez and Bogdanovic, the centre-back partnership. Nastic gets the game at right back, Sibley at left back, Pena and Lunin in midfield with Christie just in front, Boba on the right, Bookert on the left, and Castellon is going to get a game up front. You can see our top scorer of all the players who are in the team here is Boba with 12 playing on the right hand side, Bookert with 7 on the left hand side, and Castellon with 5 up front. Apart from that, no one else has scored more than 2 goals. On the bench, so we have players like Alfredo, Lambert, and Hamill, who are all double figures goals. So hopefully, if we need them, they can come on and do it. But we shouldn't need them in theory. So here we go. We are playing in our blue and white. Airdrie in their white with red. They're playing a very strange formation, a 4-4-2, but one of them's a very, very holding midfield player and one's by himself. So hopefully we can kind of overrun that middle of the park with our 3 in there. But our first shot has only just happened. And here is the first highlight of the game. Boba with it on the right-hand side. Gets challenged by Nelson, but Nastic wins it. Can he swing the ball in? He can. Boba! Oh, straight at Curry. And it's a good save. And goodness me, that's one of the most boring halves of football I've ever seen. There was 6 shots in it, but we only got that one highlight. Oh, I was expecting goals galore here, but that's not been the case so far. We're going to change the attacking mentality. We're going to demand more from the entire team. Booker's slightly injured, so we will bring Eddie Nketiah to play off that left-hand side. And Castellon has been very bad up front, so we'll bring on Alfredo for him. And there's a highlight straight from kickoff here. This could be good or it could be bad. Perez finds Nastic, who plays it into Lunin. Lunin comes forward, out to Nketiah now. He's got the overlap if he needs him. Lunin into Alfredo and Christie. And Ray's come away with the ball now, and perhaps it's going to be an Airdrie highlight. Ray down the right-hand side. Can he swing this ball in? He can indeed to the back post, but Perez clears it. Now Boba's got it. And is it going to be a Kilmarnock highlight? Goodness me, there's a breakaway on. Boba with it. He hits it from one way out, and it's a save from Curry. That was end-to-end stuff there. And we've got another highlight now. Nastic throws it. Christie fell. No, Boba gets it, and it's into Nketiah, and we're up 1-0. Thank goodness. I thought that... possibly Christie was fouled there, but the ball went through to Boba. We'll see that here. Nastic throws it. Christie's tripped, but Boba latches onto it, puts it into the box, and Nketiah's there to tuck it into the empty goal. The goalkeeper in no man's land. And finally, we're up 1-0. Throw in from the left. Sibley into Nketiah, but now Christie. And back to Sibley now. And can we get the ball in the box? We can. Alfredo and Nketiah. It's a foul. And Nketiah wins the penalty. Alfredo will take it. And can he score his first goal of the game? Oh, he can't. I was about to say can indeed. He sent the keeper the wrong way, but he sent the keeper the wrong way and he sent it miles wide, and that's not ideal at all. This game has been awfully boring. I really want to show you this game because I thought we were going to put 4 or 5 past them. Instead, it's been, as I say, really quite dull. I know that we have a rotated team out there, but still a rotated team should be better than their team. And there's just a minute to go here, and there's a chance for Airdrie, and it's gone in. Oh, dearie, dearie me. Just as I was saying, I was expecting us to put 4 or 5 past them, and it'd been a boring game. There they go and bring one back, and we're possibly going to have to go and play a replay now, which is not at all what we wanted with the fixtures that we have. There's no replay. It's going straight to extra time. I retract my previous statement. That's not good at all. My players are going to get tired. Thankfully, though, none of the players are going to be playing against AC Milan really this week, apart from Alfredo and Nketiah, but they've only played half a game, so we should be all right. Ray comes away with the ball here. There's a highlight early on for Airdrie, but we have won the ball back. Christie with it now. He comes forward. He finds Nketiah, and Nketiah drives infield. He'll play this ball across, I'm assuming. No, he takes it himself. Hamill has it. He's now coming the right-hand side for Boba. Nastic with it. Back to Pena. Pena into the middle. Lunan with it. He heads it and it's a goal and we're up 2-1. Could not have scored that goal about 2 minutes ago before we had to come to extra time and play an extra 30 minutes of this to tire out our players. A lovely goal from Lunan there. The two central midfielders working well together. Pena just dropping to the edge of the box and Lunan making that run in. No defender tracks him and he heads that over the keeper and into the goal and we're up 2-1. And Perez has got very, very tired, so we brought him off and brought Guerrero on to play centre-back. Normally he plays left-back for us. Pena swings in this free kick. Hey, and there you go. I'm a tactical genius. I need to get that back out. Guerrero playing at centre-back for us after coming on for Perez. Gets a lovely goal there. Maybe Guerrero should be a centre-back instead of a left-back. Who knows? It's a lovely finish from him, though. We're up 3-1, and that should be enough to guarantee the victory now. Our superior quality showing here, especially our superior fitness, I would say, even though you look at all our players and they're all very tired indeed. Another highlight here, Nashik throws it to Hamill and back to Pena and Christie. Christie back to Pena, swung into Nketiah. It's cleared away though. Could we put a fourth past? And that would make it a very emphatic performance, even though it's taken us to extra time to do it. Nketiah swings it in, it's back to him, plays it to Lunan. Lunan back to Nketiah and Christie tucks it away for his second goal of the season. 4-1. If only we'd scored some of these goals in the first 90 minutes and not waited till extra time to make me slightly scared. I'm just going to skip the replay. We don't need to see it. A nice emphatic win in the end. And we're through to the final of the Scottish Cup. So we've reached the final of the Scottish Cup, and obviously that will happen. It says unknown, but we know it's Hibs because they won the last game. That'll happen the week after our last league game. So that will be a cup final special to finish off the season. Maybe we could have 2 cup final specials if we get to the final of the Europa League as well. And you'll find that out in the next episode when we play our second leg against AC Milan and then our first game of the post-split fixtures up against Rangers. So if you have enjoyed this episode or you're looking forward to that next one, then please do leave a video a like. It really does help out the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until the next one, we'll see you then.